one day, this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama with its vicious racists.
If Martin Luther King Jr. came back today, I think he would say, is it a dream or a nightmare? Because his dream was every man should be treated equal, and not by the color of his skin, but the contents of his heart. But it seems today, in modern days, if we have a qualified African-American man running for the presidency of the United States of America, will this country be liberal enough to take on the dream and truly let the dream live? What would Martin think today? The dream has a lot more work to do, but we must continue to dream.
I think Martin Luther King Jr., if he came back today, he would say, what happened to my dream? Now, I left y'all a dream to live it, but nobody is holding up to the plan. A lot of folks now, especially here in the city of Detroit, everybody has their own agenda. You have a few people in pockets who are living the dream and keeping the dream alive. Like, for instance, like Derrick Coleman. He's giving back a legacy, all the money he made from the NBA. And we were just talking about this a couple of days ago. His legacy will continue by folks investing in their community, by folks loving each other and looking out for each other. Now you have a bunch of selfish people who are not looking out for the community, not looking out for family. It's all about themselves. So I think if Dr. King came back, he'd like, what happened to my dream? You guys are letting it dissolve right in front of my very eyes.
If Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. came back today, I think he would first applaud the situation, being that he paved the way for Americans, the way that Americans think, and creating this possibility of a one people. But I do also think that, in addition to applauding the situation, he would also, see room for improvement after noticing that there are still many Americans who, in the back of their mind, have racist thoughts towards people of different colors here in America.
Martin Luther King Jr. means to me, and maybe actually to everyone of any color, that is truly how you treat a person should not be based on the contents of their color, their religion. If someone's nice to you, you should be nice to them. First of all, we should be nice to everyone. That is what Martin Luther King means to me. As an African-American man, it lets me know that it's possible for me to be anything I want to be, to fight for what's right, and the right will prevail. Martin Luther King is truly today's most modern hero.
What does Dr. Martin Luther King mean to me? He means peace. Number one thing he means to me is peace. He's also an alpha brother of mine, a frat brother, and we respect womanhood. But the main thing is Dr. King is all about peace and respect for each other and brotherhood.
What Dr. Martin Luther King means to me is he's definitely a role model in the sense that he's shown me and many others, the power of one's vision. That it doesn't matter if you're just one person, that you can create any situation or create the attention to any situation that you want, and it's up to you to be motivated and continue your vision. Being a powerful individual is one thing that comes to mind when I think of Dr. King.
Will we overcome as Martin dreamed? Sure, we'll overcome. But will it be tomorrow? Who knows? But the most important thing is he planted the seed of to dream. As an entrepreneur, I was a dreamer, continuing to dream to let others know you too can be anything you want to be. I once worked here, now I own it. That is a dream that I have fulfilled. The biggest dream was to have my children to take the dream and take it to the next level. So Martin's dream truly is possible. But we must remember in ourselves and the man above that all things are possible, and continue to dream.
Will we overcome? That's a good question. I think the only thing for the black community right now is nothing but up. And there's so much stuff going on. It's a trickle-down effect with the war in Iraq, which is causing a lot of things going on. There's a war in Iraq. The urban areas are suffering. And when the urban area suffers and the dollars are taken out of the urban area, that means more violence. And so you're seeing more violence now in the inner cities where they're predominantly blacks, from kids ages 18 to 24. Our black males are dying because of this.
As a people here in America, I do believe that we will overcome. Dr. King's presence and his many great speeches definitely helped accelerate Americans overcoming racism. But moving forward in the future, I think it's going to come down to time, and as generations, new generations are produced here in America, they will naturally be exposed to an environment that is becoming more and more a one people here in America. And Dr. King definitely made it much easier for Americans to feel like to acknowledge and understand that it is the right way of being. And fortunately, the school systems in America expose his vision and make it almost part of the curriculum, which is a beautiful thing. And as time moves forward, we really just have to let time take its toll, and it's going to people just become more and more educated naturally. Not to say that we couldn't use another person like Dr. King to help accelerate just the same way he accelerated the positive possibility. But without him or without somebody of his power, it's just going to come down to time. And I do feel that maybe within the next 50 years, people are going to naturally be exposed to less racism, just because of all the understanding that people are getting of each other and of each other's backgrounds and cultures here in America.